Explosive Bomberman!
Boom Man back, boys. There currently are 23 styles in the game. That's a lot of styles, and each of these has their own unique ultimates. But today, we're gonna find out which ones are the coolest. Only at Boom Man's Ultimate Tier List Flashiness Edition. Take note, we'll only be ranking each ults based on how cool their animations are, so things like damage won't influence their placements on our list. But of course, before any of that, look at graph. Alright, let's go. Alright, let's begin with the king of just being ordinary. The basic style, the go-to for both Smurfs and beginners. Now, let's see that ultimate. A basic uppercut. I mean, the style's name is basic, literally. So yeah, can't really expect anything too flashy with our fave beginner style. This unseasoned ultimate is definitely going to D tier. Now for Hitman. If it wasn't annoying, the long guard style. Long guard is by no means flashy, as its playstyle is centered around maintaining distance and calculated trades. But how does this translate to the way he executes his ultimate move? Let's see it. Not too shabby at all. That clean 1-1-2 lands long guard at B tier. It's okay, but it could use more flavor. Here we go, the smash. I'll never be mature enough to take this style's name seriously. Crude and straightforward. Those two words pretty much sums up this style, which makes sense, as that's how Sendo fights in the anime. Now, let's see if UBG gives Smash the justice it deserves. I mean, it's alright. A smash punch followed by an overhand to the face. Though considering how terrifying this move was in the anime, I feel like it could have been better. Smash's ult sits at C tier. Time for the wall, the turtle style. This style is defense incarnate, as it's second to none when it comes to eating punches, with its insane guard. But how does it throw a finishing blow? Let's see, shall we? That's basically just Basic's ult, but with a dodge. Sorry turtle mains, but this ult is going in. D tier above Basic. Next is the Algae Edgy Boy counter. For a common style, its ult definitely has some flair in it. Probably because it used to be a rare before drowning did my goat Miyata dirty. Now for the ultimate. Whether it be in the anime or in UBG, Miyata sure knows how to look cool. I mean, look at that clean slip into a counter. Punch so tough, it needed several angles. This lands the jolt counter at a comfy A tier. Now with the rare styles, beginning with the Slippery Trickster. This goofy style is one of the most annoying styles to fight in the game due to its quick dashes. But can Trickster throw the frog punch as gloriously as Aoki? Let's find out. Glorious. The look away, the sound effects, and the overall goofiness is captured perfectly. Truly magnificent. This puts Trickster's ult at S tier. The one and only Heartstopper, the corkscrew style. This style's loaded with everything you need, both in defense and offense, to dominate the ring, which only makes sense, since this style belongs to another GOAT, AG Date. Now to see the signature corkscrew finisher in action. Now, that's a finisher. I definitely felt that in my chest. This is definitely up there. Corkscrew sits on top of A tier. Why won't it move? I said on top of A tier. Oh my days. There we go, finally. The middle child of UBG. Seriously drowning cunt. Give this dude a buff. Ma boy needs and deserves it. Similarly to Long Guard, Kimura isn't really the flashiest in terms of playstyle, since it's basically just a standard orthodox boxing style. His ultimate move, the Dragonfish Blow, is a flurry of body blows followed by an overhand, however, is one heck of a combo. Alright, let's see it in-game. That was clean. The body spam was spot on. Sure, it's a little plain, but it's definitely not bad. This puts Kimura's ult at the top of B tier. Turtle's polar opposite, the charge style. This style almost never runs out of gas when it comes to offense, and will ruthlessly charge head first every chance he gets. Alright, let's see how this translates with its ultimate. Damn, I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that. A relentless barrage of sucker punches is something that's perfect for Charge's identity. This lands Charge's ult at a tier below Corkscrew. Now for the guard prior, the hammer style. Patient and often mixing a passive-aggressive playstyle. Hammer usually shells up, then switch to offense mode once its body blow is ready, making it quite tricky to fight against if you're unfamiliar with its tricks. Now, let's see that ultimate. A left-right combo followed by a slam to get past the opponent's guard. That was brutal, but it kind of felt a little rushed. It would be higher if it was paced a little better, but for now, it'll sit at the top of C tier. Welcoming the Mythics with the Hitman. The style with 10-foot poles for arms. Notorious for its annoying reach, a good Hitman will poke you to death with nothing but a relentless rain of flickers. But is its ult as cool as its reach? Let's find out. That's some serious whipping. Anyone on the receiving end of that would surely have their faces swollen red. But what really sells this ult is that, say Drake smile. Hitman's flicker hell is a clear S tier. Now for the golden boy, Ippo. This style is basically Charge's heavier hitting cousin, equipped with the Dempsey. Ippo is sure to get his opponents on the ropes once he starts rolling. If Ippo's got you pinned, you better pray for your liver, body, and chin. Alright, let's see the Dempsey in action. And that's what you call an ultimate. Drowning really outdid himself with this one. It's literally a scene straight out of the anime. This is undoubtedly one of the best ults currently in the game. I mean, look at that. Flawless. This lands Ippo's death roll at the top of S tier. The pioneer of speedsters. Hands low, equipped with great speed. This style can outmaneuver almost everyone. Although its punches may lack sting, Hands low's mobility, along with its hefty counters, is more than enough to go toe-to-toe with every style. But is its ult as flashy as its play style? Let's see. A brutal flurry of combinations. I love how they emphasized its blinding effect, and that disappearing into darkness bit really seals it. A deserved S for the speedster. The Fang of the North, the Wolf style, mostly known for its signature white fang. This style will overwhelm you with its damage and versatility. This style's unique M2 opens up doors for unusual combos, making it quite hard to deal with. But how does the style throw a true white fang? Let's see it. That was quite basic for how strong the white fang really is. Sure, the white fang itself is basic, but it could have used more sauce since it's a mythic. This puts Wolf at C tier. Now for the Madman, Bullet. This style's lethal jabs are great for whittling down opponents, and its Thunderbolt of an M2 counter is sure to leave anyone dazed. But what about its ult? That's dirty. A sway back into a headbutt while stepping on Raga's foot, followed by a savage flurry of fists. Sawamura would be proud. This lands Bullet's cheating combo at the top of A tier. The good old switcheroo. This style thrives at mind gaming its way to victory, with its control reversing and stance changing abilities. Looks like Ghost has some competition at being unpredictable. Now let's see that ult. Switch hit is just aura farming at this point. That turn before the final punch gave me chills. This is an easy S tier. Opening the door for the legendaries, we have the Slugger, a brute that punches with the force of speeding trucks. This guy's hands are so lethal that if you get hit, you'll be a step closer to being claimed by the light. Now, let's see the ultimate. Damn, I felt the rage on that one. That first punch with the angle switches was so tough. This definitely captures that Takamura vibe. Slugger's Rampage will sit with the greats at S tier. The embodiment of violence, Hawk. This fast, hard-hitting, slippery style is the bane of many players, since its playstyle revolves around evasiveness, while somehow still having absurd amounts of damage. Let's see how this pans out in its ult. That's definitely Hawk in the ring. The brutality, the bloodlust, the animosity in that smile. This ult gets a well-deserved S tier. The Mexican god of throwing hands, the Ghost. Felt this style's aura before I even put it in, which only makes sense considering it's Ricardo's style we're talking about. That man's always on demon time, but is his ult just as full of aura as him? Let's see. That did not disappoint. Ghost's ult is the definition of class, style, and disrespect. Truly goated, and obvious S tier. The old school boogeyman of UBG. This style may not have good mobility, but its monstrous grandpa strength is really all it needs, as one clean hit from this style is enough to put his opponents in a coma. But let's get down to business. Let's see that ultimate. And it doesn't get any better than that. Iron Fist's ult is probably the coldest currently. No need to explain, you already saw why. Iron Fist reigns over S tier. The Avatar, master of three styles. Freedom, combining the strength of Smash, Hitman, and Whirlwind. This style has something for every situation, making it unparalleled in terms of versatility. Let's see if this is also the case in its ult. Clean. This guy just activates Ultra Instinct on its ult. Changing styles mid-combo is also such a badass thing to pull off. This puts Freedom at S tier above Ippo. The Speed Genius. Chronos. This style excels at quick burst exchanges due to its insane mobility, making it quite difficult to deal with under the right hands. Now for the ultimate. These legendaries really have that extra finesse in their ults. I mean, bro even did the Ollie shuffle. Chronos ult lands at S tier. And for the last is Shotgun. But since this style has 5 ult variations, we'll be quickly running through each one, beginning with Grade D. A simultaneous exchange. Nothing too fancy, still more interesting than Grade C. C tier. Now on to Grade C. That's just a regular punch. How is C somehow less interesting than D? D tier. Now, we're getting somewhere. Still kinda basic, but it's alright. B tier. Now that's something. Love that bit where he teleported behind. Absolute disrespect. A tier. And finally, Grade S. Bro punched so fast, he lifted his opponent. This is Grade S for a reason. S tier for sure. And this is our final ranking. Do you agree with our list? Comment your opinions down below, and please like and subscribe if you enjoy. That'll be all for now. Boom man out. Ciao.